All right, so we have three star clusters, a young open, an intermediately aged open, and an old globular cluster. And every member of your team has now processed the photometry from all three and filled in this table. So here we're looking at the Skynet plus Gaia plus 2MASS data. You've matched isochrones to the data. And here we see different teammates and the numbers they came up with for the young open, the intermediate age open, and the old globular cluster. And looking at these, there's some pretty good consistency. Like these are all getting about the same age, the same metallicity, the same dust reddening, a little bit of variation. And here you have the team average, the team standard deviation. And what you're really looking for are outliers. Is there one of these that are just way different than the others? That will result in a large standard deviation. But I'm just saying low standard deviations and general consistency. And the things that matter most really are the age and the EB minus V dust reddening. So this team right here has done a great job, but you want to meet as a team, spend some time looking at these numbers, and if any of them are off, then pull out your HR diagrams and look at them, and compare them and say, oh, this one's off because, see this and see how this is a better fit than that. Have that kind of discussion. If someone's off, they can refine theirs, revise theirs, work together, try to converge. Okay, once you've done this, we're going to do a number of things. In this video, what we're going to do is correct our images. Remember, we made a preliminary image, a red, green, blue image, but it was preliminary because it is not corrected for dust. There is dust between us and the target, particularly the open clusters. They're in the plane of the galaxy. There's a lot of dust in the plane. The globs tend to be above the plane or below it, and usually, not always, but usually have less dust. We want to correct for the dust because dust makes the stars dimmer and it makes them redder. And we want to know the intrinsic colors of these stars. So, for example, this is the intermediate age open cluster that I showed a few videos ago, NGC 2437. And we can see the stars here. And this is how it would look through a telescope. If you can get enough light into your eye that your cones can register the color. But that's including the dust. We want to know what are the colors of these stars, the relative brightnesses of these stars, if there were no dust, if we were there, okay? And you measured the amount of dust reddening. So here's the HR diagram that I matched to the data. Here I'm just showing the Skynet data, but I also had the Gaia and 2MASS data in here and came up with a good solution. And I got EB minus V of 0.2. Okay, keep that in mind. Remember that. So let's come back to Afterglow and let's correct for the reddening effect of dust. You go back here to Color Composite Tools, back to the photometric calibration that you've done before. The 0 point should be here. And if you have to rerun it because you've been working with other data sets, that's fine. Just press this button, it will rerun it. But right here is where you have the extinction correction. And first I'm going to do an extreme example. I'm going to do a full magnitude. That means in the B band, there's a full magnitude of dimming more so than in the V band right next to it. So this is pretty extreme reddening, pretty extreme dust extinction. And watch what happens to the colors. There, see how much bluer they got? So if there really was that much dust, that much reddening between us and the cluster, and we take it out, then you have the true colors. Now, there wasn't that much dust. I just wanted to show an extreme example. Let me set it back to 0 for a second. Okay, now I'm going to put in that 0.2 that I measured. And of course, all the members of your team measured this and you came to some kind of agreement. Maybe you want to use the team average. And it was real subtle. I don't know if you saw it, but things got just a little bit bluer. And these are the natural colors of the stars if you were there. Now, a little caveat, you have the cluster stars, but you also have the field stars. Some are closer by and some are farther away. And for those nearby field stars, we overcorrected, made them too blue. And for the ones that are far away, we did not correct enough. They're still too red. But for the cluster members, they're now the correct color. Okay, so do this for all three of your clusters. And as you're done with each one, be sure to export them, not the camera icon, but the one next to it. We'll export the entire image at full resolution. Okay. And also remember to save the group file. Okay, that's it for this video.